Seoul, South Korea, the world of entertainment was once again shaken by something so ordinary yet so extraordinary. A simple dinner outing by one of the biggest global stars of our time, BTS's Jungkook. What began as a quiet evening at a local barbecue restaurant in Seoul quickly turned into an unforgettable moment for fans who happened to be there. Within minutes, social media exploded with disbelief, awe, and emotion as people realized that the man sitting quietly at the corner table was none other than Jungkook himself, the golden magne of BTS, known for his unmatched talent, charm, and humility. It happened on a seemingly ordinary night in Itaewon, one of Seoul's most famous districts for its restaurants and nightlife. Several customers, dining at a Korean barbecue restaurant, noticed a young man sitting alone, wearing a black hoodie and a cap pulled low over his face. At first, no one thought much of it. Seoul is full of stylish young men, after all. But then, as he lifted his head slightly to speak to the waiter, that unmistakable soft yet confident voice caught people's attention. And when the dim restaurant light revealed a glimpse of his familiar jawline and eyes, a hush fell over the room. The realization hit like a wave. Jungkook from BTS was eating right there among them. No entourage, no cameras, just him and his meal. The people inside the restaurant didn't quite know how to react. There was a strange mix of excitement, disbelief, and quiet reverence. Some fans, later identified as armies, said that for a while no one dared to approach. Everyone respected the moment, as if they knew they were witnessing something special. Jungkook, for his part, appeared completely relaxed. He grilled his meat slowly, took a few bites, sipped his drink, and occasionally gazed out the window, lost in thought. It was the image of a man savoring not just his food, but also a rare sense of normalcy, something almost impossible for someone of his fame. A few minutes later, photos and short videos began surfacing on X, formerly Twitter. One user posted a single sentence that sent the internet into a frenzy. "I can't believe this is real. Jungkook BTS is literally sitting next to me." Within an hour, the post gathered hundreds of thousands of likes, and Jungkook dining alone started trending worldwide. Fans flooded the replies with a mix of envy and admiration. Some joked about wanting to be reincarnated as a restaurant chair, while others praised him for his bravery and down-to-earth personality. "He's a superstar, but still chooses to live simply," one fan wrote. Witnesses later told Korean media outlets that Jungkook even refused special treatment. When restaurant staff recognized him and offered a private room, he politely declined, saying he just wanted to eat like a normal customer. He even waited in line like everyone else. After finishing his meal, he paid at the counter himself and bowed politely to the cashier before leaving. "He thanked everyone with that gentle smile," said one witness. "It felt surreal. He was so humble, so human." Before leaving, a few fans carefully approached him and asked if they could take a quick photo. Jungkook, ever the considerate idol, agreed with a warm nod and took a few pictures before waving goodbye. Videos of the moment show him smiling softly, giving a little wave, and stepping out into the cool Seoul night. There was no rush, no bodyguard pushing people away, just calm confidence, a glimpse into the kind of person Jungkook truly is. The reaction online was immediate and overwhelming. Fans all over the world couldn't stop talking about how this moment perfectly captured Jungkook's essence, a global megastar who never forgets his humanity. "He could have had an entire restaurant reserved for himself," one fan wrote, "but he chose to sit among ordinary people. That's Jungkook." Others shared emotional messages, saying that his quiet dinner somehow made them feel closer to him. "It's like he's reminding us that he's still just a person, no matter how big he's become." Korean media outlets like the Korea Times and Jongang Daily quickly picked up the story, turning it into headline news. Analysts in the entertainment industry described it as a rare moment of authenticity in an industry obsessed with image. They noted that Jungkook's actions reflect his current mindset, someone who, after years of intense schedules and constant attention, simply wants to live freely, even if only for a few hours. Some suggested that his solo outings might be part of his way to reconnect with the world as an ordinary individual rather than a celebrity watched by millions. As the news spread globally, armies took over social media platforms like Weverse, TikTok, and Instagram. Many expressed their pride and admiration, while others reminded fellow fans to respect Jungkook's privacy. Some users even deleted their viral posts after realizing that posting his location might make him uncomfortable. This gesture of respect reflected the maturity of the fandom, a balance between love and boundaries, between excitement and protection. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Jungkook has been spotted enjoying life on his own. In the past, he was seen walking alone along the Han River and visiting small cafes without staff. He has also mentioned in interviews his longing for ordinary moments, to sit in a park, eat without cameras, talk to strangers, and just feel the world without judgment. For most people, these are simple daily things. But for someone like Jungkook, they are precious luxuries, fleeting glimpses of freedom. Pop culture commentators have pointed out that this scene, a superstar dining alone, is deeply symbolic. It represents a quiet rebellion against the idea that celebrities must always be larger than life. Jungkook, through his actions, reminds fans that fame doesn't erase humanity. His ability to stay grounded, to show vulnerability, and to find joy in simplicity is what makes him not just adored, but deeply respected. Western media outlets like Sportskeeda and Times of India also reported on the incident, highlighting how even Jungkook's smallest actions can create global ripples. One columnist described it as the paradox of modern fame. The more a star tries to live normally, the more extraordinary that act becomes in the eyes of the public. Yet, despite this irony, Jungkook's sincerity continues to shine through, making him a symbol of authenticity in an age of spectacle. Later that night, as the restaurant lights dimmed and the last customers left, one photo began circulating more than any other, Jungkook sitting alone, his profile calm and reflective under the soft glow of a lamp. There was something profoundly peaceful about that image. Maybe it was the contrast. A man who sells out stadiums worldwide finding comfort in solitude, a world-famous artist finding contentment in the smallest of things. It wasn't just about a meal, it was about presence, about being human. For those lucky enough to have been there, it was more than just a celebrity encounter. It was a moment frozen in time, proof that even the brightest stars sometimes crave the quiet darkness of an ordinary night. They witnessed something real, something tender, a global icon simply living his life. And for the millions who watched from afar, the story carried a message of warmth and humility that transcended borders. In a world that often equates fame with distance, Jungkook has once again reminded everyone that connection is found not in grandeur, but in simplicity. His quiet dinner became more than just gossip. It became a symbol of how humanity can shine brightest when we're at our most unguarded. Perhaps that is why people can't stop talking about it, because in watching Jungkook eat alone, they saw not just an idol, but a reflection of themselves, someone searching for peace in a noisy world. That night in Seoul, under the soft light of a small barbecue restaurant, Jungkook didn't just share a meal, he unknowingly shared a moment of truth with the world. And for millions of fans who adore him, that simple act will be remembered as yet another reminder of why Jungkook isn't just a superstar. He's a symbol of authenticity, grace, and quiet strength in a world that often forgets what truly matters.